How to play Roadhog.
Little Pig Boy.
Is a 700 health tank hero in Overwatch 2 known for supplying very little protection to teammates but outputting massive amounts of damage and picking off out of position squishy damage and support characters. The Bacon Brawler is known for his solo carry potential but also has the potential to be a throw pick if you aren't playing with your team, something that has become a necessity with this version of Roadhog compared to Overwatch 1. Here's how to get the best value out of him. Roadhog's scrap gun is his main source of damage, but cannot be discussed without also including the way he lures in all the ladies with his chain hook. There is simply nothing more important to playing Roadhog than his hook. If you aren't landing hooks, you're going to have trouble having success on him. Just like on the street corner, the most effective hookers are the ones who will have the most success. Roadhog's hook in combination with his primary fire is typically adequate to kill most 200 health heroes. However, with varying hitboxes, it is best to throw in a melee at the end to add extra damage to better secure kills. The melee damage can be applied to the enemy faster than if Roadhog were to shoot a second time. The hook-shoot-melee combo is the most important tech to pick up as Hog, and it is best to hit the practice range to work on the technique so you're ready to emulate it in competitive. For hooked tanks, it is recommended to continue using primary fire instead of meleeing, as the melee attack is low damage and intended to finish a target off. The primary fire is better for heavier damage over time. Primary fire is a close-range hit-scan shotgun, intended primarily for killing hooked targets or tanks that are up in Roadhog's business. Tanks like Reinhardt, Ramatra, Orisa, and Doomfist will frequently find themselves in that range, either because of playstyle or because of the hook. With that said, Doomfist and Orisa both have ways to disrupt Hog, so proceed with caution when attempting to fight them. Roadhog's secondary fire is more effective at range, and should be used to chip down enemies when hook is on cooldown or when trying to close distance. Apart from the hook, knowing when to alternate firing types on Roadhog is critical to be able to output the most damage. Despite being 48 years old, Roadhog channels his inner teenager with his Vape ability, a half-health restoring heal that also provides him with damage reduction while being used. In Roadhog's case, a vape a day keeps the doctor away, allowing friendly supports to focus towards healing each other and the damage heroes more frequently. The caveat, however, is that Roadhog cannot protect himself against enemy damage, stuns, or anti-health abilities, meaning supports still need to keep an eye on him. When Roadhog just wants to be alone, he can use his ultimate, Whole Hog, to provide damage and push everyone away. This is particularly effective on maps with environmental kill potential, such as Ilios Lighthouse or Lijiang Tower Night Market. Additionally, the ult is probably best used when the enemies are trapped in a small room or against a corner, as Roadhog can output massive amounts of damage at close range in those situations. Roadhog's ability to disrupt enemy players with his hook puts him in a position to create a power player advantage if able to confirm the elimination. Heroes that put direct pressure on you and your team, such as Tracer, Doomfist, and Genji, are high priority targets that should be the focus of your hook, especially if they are not within line of sight of their supports. Roadhog himself can be vulnerable, especially to most of Ana's kit, so having a Kiriko as one of your supports boosts Roadhog to the top tier of tanks. The Cleanse ability and Kitsune Rush firing speed increase are effective at keeping Roadhog alive and multiplying his damage output, respectively. At the time of this how-to, Roadhog is probably the best tank in Overwatch 2. However, even when not meta, he can be particularly effective on control maps like Ilios Well and Nepal Sanctum. With the help of Kiriko, Hog has few counters and is effective himself against pretty much everything. Against stun-centered tanks like Sigma, Orisa, and Doomfist, be mindful of enemy cooldowns and try to use your heal when you know their stun abilities are on cooldown. Use heal frequently, especially when playing against Ana, as being on half health and then getting anti-health grenaded will likely be fatal if Kiriko is indisposed. Call out hook targets, inform your supports if you need a heal. They will assume you can heal yourself otherwise, and practice landing hooks. Get out there and go play some hooky. If you enjoyed this How to Play Roadhog video, let me know in the comments down below and drop a like. If not, let me know how I can improve. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Country of origin?
Little pig boy comes from the dirt.